So, my dad wasn't really there. He was there, but he wasn't. Okay, the required amount of me to spend time with my dad per month was like 3 days. Which, the first and the last day don't really. I'm not even really there. So, in a real sense, and now in a reality sense, when I go there, he doesn't pick me up till like Saturday night and then takes me home Sunday morning. Because he doesn't spend any time with me. That's going to my dad's. So, that guy was whoever. In replacement of that, my mom did have boyfriends. My mom also got married. My mom also had ex-husbands, but just besides my dad. So I was raised by a Filipino man. I was raised by an Indian man. My mom is also Indian, too. And my real dad's like Mexican, African, German. And then, even though they weren't like her like boyfriends, I was raised by a lot of different black men. Sounds crazy, but that's the ideology, and it still falls back on the Constitution, so I don't understand how that would be wrong. They have a strong belief in that constitutional system, but I have a strong belief in saying that they're not American. We are Shawnees, and we figured that out, and now it's proven. It's written down in history. But a lot of the boyfriends my mom had were there less for me than my dad was, even though they were around more than my dad was. There was only one guy my mom ever really dated that actually did stuff with me. But he didn't do stuff with his own kid. So it was kind of weird because it's an oxymoronic situation. He's doing stuff with somebody's kid that's not his, and then his kid goes without having a father. But, like, we played video games all the time. He was the first one that showed me what video games were. And then he got me into, like, video games and stuff like that. But that was when, like, 007 had just came out on Nintendo 64. And it was, like, the shit. And this guy was, like, really big into, like, computer hacking and stuff like that. And so he would do all the cheat codes and stuff like that. But, he was big into computer hacking. Like, we never paid for any of our stuff because he used to take me to these, like, raffle ticket places for computer items. And you'd pay, like, maybe $1 or, like, a subscription fee to come to this meeting. And then they do a raffle at the end, giving away all these, like, computer things. And I'm not really big into computer things and stuff like that. He could kind of tell. I was more Scooby-Doo. But then this is when Star Wars kind of, like, hit. Star Wars was the shit to me. But not new Star Wars. Old Star Wars. It's just like all the new cars that came out. I'm like, I like the old cars better, but that's just me. But I don't know how everybody else feels. But, the engines might be better, but the body styles, I don't know if we're really enjoying those that much. And if that's the majority, then we must get a vote on that. Oh, we can't rebuild. Yeah, we can. Look at Jay Leno's car. Like, if you have that much money to buy all those cars, and they're all the same car, why don't you just repaint that car? Why don't you have interchangeable seats? Where you got this big old thrift store, and you're like, well, today I'm going to switch out this seat for this seat. And they're like, well, that's fine. I don't know, do something different besides that. Just like that one fucking Carlos and whatever, not Carlos Mencia, the guy that sounds like a girl. But, Fluffy. Yeah, he's funny and stuff like that, but morality-wise, when you look at how much he wants to laugh at things, it's like, dude, you have that many places for people to live in decent homeless encampment like Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey will tell you that's not even the best way of living, but not being able to live in one of those is even worse. Like, dude, I just want to punch you in your face. Like, I'd rather just, if nobody's going to use them, then we just blow them all up. Okay, you might be, considered Mexican and stuff like that, but if you don't want to have the moralities of a Mexican and you want to be American like that, then you will work as a slave, because we as Shawnees recognize the fact that American means slave. And there's no succeeding from being a Confederate American. Like, you can't be Native American. You can't be semi-slave. You're either Shawnee or you're American.